In 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Hello and welcome back to Cloud Your Mind. I'm Lucia.
I'm Lola.
And I'm Amy, and today I'm in the hot seat because we are talking about the hamster wheel of wellness, and I have definitely been on that hamster
She
wheel.
owns the hamster wheel. Pretty much.
I've been running around and around for a really long time. So just as a little background, I became a vegetarian at 18 years old, pretty much as soon as I could start eating on my own. I think that it was mainly because I never really loved meat, but also I think it played into my anorexia, and then my anorexia eventually became orthorexia. Orthorexia is when you sort of super hyper fixate on health and wellness, eating
Eating the healthiest.
Yeah,
that
more
you possibly
so
can.
about the correct diet rather than how much you're eating of each thing. But obviously, with a history of anorexia, she took it to the absolute most extreme levels and was a complete perfectionist and control freak with portions still. So for sure, there was obviously a bit of anorexia as well.
Yeah, and there was many variations. I would go from vegetarianism to veganism to I'm sure there were
everything that she possibly
I'm sure there were a
could.
lot of different variations, but the one that I think the kids remember the most is when I started the paleo diet, which
It was kind of the first one that we remember.
not vegetarian.
Which was very startling and alarming.
It was quite alarming.
I grew up there was never meat in the house.
No.
I'd never had meat. Every time I saw my friends eat meat, I was like, ew, what is that
our
disgusting
grandparents eating meat.
substance?
We were always just ew.
When I found out that animals were what people were eating, I was like,
It was quite
so I live in a horrible, horrible world. We're
Yeah.
murdering cute things. What happened? What's going on? Why doesn't everyone
and
think
we
like
were
this?
raised vegetarian, so it was just such a shock.
And she's
have the
the
smells.
proponent of vegetarianism for us. So all of
Yeah.
a sudden she was like, I'm gonna be a meat eater and I'm going paleo.
We were
like, oh.
Well,
Okay,
to give a little
cool.
backstory to that, grains started not working for my body, and so I thought, again, to be the healthiest version of myself, truly I could hardly eat anything. So I was like, well, maybe I should try meat again. It's one ingredient.
It is good for you.
Yeah.
Again,
And
she was like,
also-
it's healthy. Also, she worked out like a crazy person. This woman ran 80 miles a week. So she was like, I need to eat something.
Yeah. And the protein in meat is higher than anything else, so it makes sense.
And again, I was very conscious about the meat that we brought into our house. It was the best
It was,
possible from either
the best.
local.
It's still, the smells were
farms.
quite something.
Well, it doesn't change the smells.
No, there were
It's still
times,
meat.
I remember Lucia saying that when she eventually marries her husband, that he has to be a vegetarian because she can't handle the smell of meat.
I was a drama
if
queen.
If he is a meat eater, he can only cook it outside. There were so many things. She was like, I can't be with a meat eater because this smells so bad.
No,
And their dad was a vegetarian also.
Yeah. So it was
he never ate.
We were
meat
never
either.
around meat at all.
No, I was so mad about it. I was like, I can't even believe this is happening to me. Truly, what did I do wrong in my past life to have to deal with this abrasiveness? And so I was like, there is no way that my husband will be eating meat ever.
Yeah. Which
Ew.
is funny too, because
But also with the vegetarianism. Lola did try some meat, because I never wanted that to be something pushed on them. I felt if they wanted to try meat, they could.
I mean, there was definitely times that I tried it at my friend's house.
Yes.
One of my really good friends had fish sticks one time, and I tried them, and I liked them for a second, but then I was just like, this is kind of gross. When you think about eating meat, it's not what I want to be doing. It's how
I don't
people
eat
say
things with faces.
it's like how people say that they get the egg ick, which I also get the egg ick. It was like I was getting meat ick. I was like, ew, I'm actually eating fish. Ew, I'm actually eating a chicken. That's not cute and not fun.
No.
Well, I feel because you grew up as vegetarians, that was something that you were so much more conscious of? Because a lot of kids, right, you go to the supermarket, you get like some chicken breasts, they don't look like chicken anymore, right? And so kids don't even associate meat and animals, right?
Have y'all
But
seen
they
that video on
definitely-
TikTok of that little boy like
I was just gonna say
sobbing,
that.
finding out that like
He was actually
everything
eating
was
a chicken?
meat? Yeah, he like started sobbing. He was like, I can never eat this again. I can't.
No, it's so funny because
Wasn't
those
it like chicken nuggets or something?
it was something like that, but it was just like a lot of kids like they find out and then they're like they'll find out that they're eating their favorite animal or something, and it's just like such
No,
a
and I'm sure that
sad
video,
moment.
like that little boy is now vegetarian. Like
Oh, I'm sure.
he like started
Traumatized.
Like oh my god, it was so like meat coated. Like when I found out that people were eating meat, I was like, these monsters.
Yeah.
yeah. And obviously there was more than paleo, so what was
Well,
another
like
diet?
Whole30 was kind of just a different. It was it was pretty much paleo, but like it was a little bit more stringent. I think it's hard to like. I feel like paleo and Whole30 is like no carbs, no sugar, very protein dense, protein and veggies, right? Which in truth, that's where my body is the happiest.
Well, and also the funniest thing about your orthorexia and like the way you went about these, let's be honest, diets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like I have this very distinct memory of my mom being like, "Oh, I'm just so glad that I'm not like your grandma, like for you guys, like I'm not always on a diet." And I just remember me and Lola like side-eyeing each other so hard. And again,
No,
we're like
'cause-
what, 11, somewhere in there.
I don't even
And we
think
were
that
side-eyeing
old.
each other so hard, being like, does this bitch not know she's on a
Mom?
diet?
But that's the thing is that I didn't think of them as diets. I thought of them as like me being my healthiest
No,
version.
she was doing
or
a
like
lifestyle.
Yes, it was like a
eating
full
change, right?
Yeah.
No, and
And I like went full in. Like I don't
Oh,
really
yeah.
do things
She
like
doesn't do things
half-assed.
lightly.
you are Aries. At the end of the day, you
but
do
it's
not have
crazy
that.
because she, like, I remember this one diet. I don't even know what it was, and it's insane to think that she didn't think it was a diet because she had all these little colorful cubes, and you put like what you were gonna eat in each cube, and you only had a certain amount of cubes per day. And I'm
Oh
talking
my god,
tiny
I
cubes.
forgot about that one.
Color-coded cubes, guys.
Oh,
And she
yeah.
was like, "Oh yeah,
No,
my
that was
little
like a
portions
fitness plan that went with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
there
was-
was like app
it was
videos,
definitely a fitness
and like a
plan.
hot woman was in charge of it. She like
Oh
always
my
had
God,
really
yeah.
tiny shorts on.
She was like
she was really
she was
hot.
like a swimsuit model, like you know those like bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Well, I think as a single mama too, with 3 kids, it's very hard to have things that are just yours. And so these like diet and lifestyle and workout plans were something that I could do, right? Like throw myself into, and I was
here's
like,
the
it was like
thing.
self-care. Like movement has always
It
been
was just so funny because
self-care
there was
for
like
me.
there were times in these like diets that me and Lucia would just we would know not to talk to mom when she was on these ones because some of them
Well,
it was like
it's the detoxing from sugar.
Yeah.
That is intense.
Or when you were just like on a detox, but you're only on liquids, and you had
It would
like
be
one
like the
glass
juice
of water.
cleansers.
Sounds so bad.
no, she's a great mom, like the
She
best
was like
mom
a
ever.
perfect
But
mom,
like
but
there
she
would
would be
times-
drinking like 4 glasses of water and like 1 jug of slime, and that was her whole thing
And then
for the
the coconut
entire
oil.
day. And then she'd be shoving all this chunky coconut oil in her mouth
And letting it
gurgling
melt.
it, letting
And
it melt.
then-
Then she's slathering it all up in her hair. It's in her scalp. It's on her entire
Oh yeah,
body.
with like a Target bag,
Yeah, a
like,
Target bag
tied
wrapped
around my
around.
head. Like my hair was so
Oily?
soft.
Like-
Same with my skin. I mean, we all know now that coconut oil is not what you should be slathering all over your skin. But I did have the softest skin ever.
No, when I say slather, like I truly
to a whole nother level.
It's like you could have peeled it off with a spoon. Like it was just like so much oil.
Well,
and
and,
again, the chunk in her mouth just fully. Oh,
I can't
it was,
even
Yeah, there are
think about
certain
it.
pieces of each of these lifestyle health diets that they have. Like
major icks about.
Yeah.
Horrible memories.
I can't stress enough. The coconut oil gurgle was just like absolutely the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my
So
entire
it's like
life.
the oil pulling, right?
Right.
So
Whatever.
it's like,
It was bad.
It was
oil
solid
pulling.
form coconut oil,
well, and there were-
completely.
and that was maybe
like,
in an Ayurvedic.
She looked like she was doing the
phase.
chunky monkey challenge, except it was with freaking coconut
And there was a lot
oil.
of
it was
ghee
so
with
bad.
that too.
The
Well,
ghee
and
was
the craziest part of
crazy.
all of this, I think, was like the way she would incorporate us into her diets. Because like you
Well,
can see
like,
Paleo
yes.
Kids is in here. Like we were doing these diets in a sense with her as well, and I
And
mean
like
we still
they
had.
marked up these books, and like there's some little notes from Lucia.
Let's not zoom in on
She
that.
would meal plan. She would be like, "Oh, I marked the ones that I think would taste delish for lunch, dinner, and breakfast."
But also,
And if we need a
like,
snack, I got that too.
Each
I got
one
that
of these
too.
things would probably take like 3 hours to make. This
No,
was,
and
they
she
were all
was so
very
serious about it. There was this
labor-intensive.
one broth diet she was doing.
Oh, that's
the
the
broth.
feel your gut.
Okay,
one.
here's the thing. Like, I've never thought my mom was a witch, but during that phase, I can't stress enough she was like
Full chicken.
cackling over her freaking what's it called?
Crock-pot. Oh,
No, it was
Like a
a
wicked
giant
witch. Like what is
fucking-
that? Her
Oh
like
my god,
her cauldron. She was
Literally.
standing there like nursing this broth that has like all this crap
Terrible
in
things.
it, and it
It
smells
reeked.
so bad.
It reeked.
Also, like my
The dog
mom
was really happy
farts.
during these phases. Is she talking about farts?
My mom farts when she eats normal.
Oh my god.
Imagine if she's only like we're talking about the smells of her food.
It was different for my digestion
bad.
for sure. Yeah.
There was multiple phases where she would just have endless streams of diarrhea.
Okay.
Oh no, that was the raw foods phase. And let me tell you,
Was that when we got the dehydrator?
yeah, the most labor intensive of all the diets was the raw foods for sure. And
Yeah,
I
'cause
feel
she-
like that's when I was my least healthy. Like for some people, raw foods like work so well. So I bought juicers, I bought dehydrators, I bought food processors. I mean,
It's the fact that you have to say juicers plural.
well, I
is
also
crazy
started
to
like
me.
making juice cleanses for people. So I was like fully in.
She's an entrepreneur at the end of the day, and she
Yeah.
was gonna tell everyone about her lifestyle. And everyone wanted to buy in on the Amy style for sure. And so she made like these gorgeous rainbow colored juice cleanses.
Yes.
And all she was drinking were these freaking juices. And then, dudes, she made this.
And then
she had this
dehydrated
dehydrator, and she
everything.
would make these like fuck ass crackers.
Yeah.
That were made out of like
Which
I
were
don't
probably
know, bird
like
food.
$10 a piece because it's all like beautiful nuts, right? But like all these like exotic nuts are
$10
expensive.
per cracker.
Yes. And you have to dehydrate down to like
And I
nothing.
can't stress enough, everything was the texture of like a fruit leather if you left it in the sun for 5 days and then also like let someone take a shit on it.
Well, that's the thing. I think
It all like kind of made this.
we refused to eat pretty much everything she made. To get back to the ghee, because I think we went past that too quickly.
I think that the ghee was like throughout all of these. Like ghee
Yeah.
was the moment.
But with that heal your gut, there was
She would make ghee into gummy bear, freeze them in gummy bear molds,
No,
and
they
be
were,
like,
she was like, guys, this is your candy.
Guys,
so
it's
it was
candy.
honey and ghee together.
Guys, it's yummy.
And that was like the only
This
sweet
is your
thing that
sweet
you were
treat.
allowed in this like heal your gut
sweet
diet.
treat.
It's pretty much honey and butter. Except fuck ass butter that doesn't even taste good.
It was
and it's bright yellow also, by the way. And but
They
very
were
unappealing to look at.
They were so cute.
She got flower
It was
shapes.
not
She got
cute.
gummy bear
Teddy
shapes. She got
bears,
everything.
yes.
And she made it out to be like, oh my god, guys, look what I made you.
I mean, I really did
candy
try.
ready.
And
Do
I
you
was
want your
like,
sweet treat?
I'll gag.
No, nobody
I
wants
do not
that.
want my sweet treat.
Nobody wants
Take
your
me to my
fuck
friend's
ass
house
sweet
with the
treat.
fruit snack.
With the fruit smacks.
Or the goldfish.
Yeah,
Or the chips.
I think they
everything.
Well, they refused to eat like most of everything.
Yeah, and we were like, no, give me Annie's fruit snacks or I'll kill you in your sleep. Thanks.
Right, because
Yeah.
still at the end of the day, the Annie's fruit snacks were what we wanted.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we were
I
raised
still
as
try to
organic
get them,
girlies.
yeah, the
like,
best
organic
possible
I will still
food.
stand by all of the organic girly shit being way better. Like those Annie's
It
gummies, way better than
Annie's
the
mac and
Welch's.
cheese.
Oh yeah.
Annie's mac and cheese is
Disgusting.
way better than Kraft and
Well,
Velveeta.
it's all so much less like
Processed.
chemical, yeah, processed.
Which, that's the thing I'll say, like, as much as the hamster wheel of wellness is something we all, like, readily fall for, and it's probably, like, deeply unhealthy because we're all, like, very much, like, disordered because of it, probably, I do really appreciate that I was raised in a house that taught me, like, how to feed myself in a responsible way.
because also
and
we were
what is
definitely
good for me, you know?
raised in an ingredient household, which is when we like just have ingredients. We don't have like snacks.
Yeah, which also me and Lola are great chefs. Like,
Yeah.
I know so many of my friends who cannot cook for
Because
like,
they were just
anything
raised with like
because-
snacks in the house,
yeah,
and they
had
just had snacks.
Their parents cooked.
or their parents
and
cooked for them, and
Yeah.
It's like we were like, oh, well, we don't want to have bone broth. Let's
So we would put tortilla chips and cheese in the microwave and make homemade nachos and think we were really doing something.
Yeah, and then we got creative with our cooking, and it was really
Yeah.
awesome. And now we're great chefs. And like I've talked to my other friends that grew up with in quotes almond mom. Like she was never the type of the mom that was like, "Oh, you're hungry? Have a few almonds, sweetie."
No.
Although, actually, I do distinctly remember you saying have some almonds.
There was,
but in a healthy way. We
You
liked
liked
almonds,
almonds,
and she
yeah.
wasn't like have 4 almonds. Like we could eat the entire bag.
Yeah,
like,
we would probably
it wasn't
take
like that.
2
if you feel like
handfuls.
passing out, just eat a piece of cheese.
Like that was not. That was
double the word.
Well, at the
Wears
end of the day,
Prada.
you never wanted us to be like you.
Oh,
Having an
definitely
eating
not.
She was
disorder.
also very vocal about her eating disorder and being
Yes.
like, I don't support that. I don't want you guys to feel that way. Like,
We were
fuel
raised
your
to
body.
love food, and we do.
And we do.
Like,
and we really
at
do.
the end of the day.
But I was talking to my friend, to get back to the whole almond mom of it all, who had somewhat of an almond mom, again, not to the extreme of like the Devil Wears Prada. And we both agree, like, we're better chefs than all of our other friends. We know what, like, feels good. We're much more conscious of how things affect our body. We, like, understand food on a deeper level.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's also aided by my calorie tracking phase, but
Phase.
okay, well, you know, whatever.
Right.
So, sure.
Well, and I will say that like some of this has spilled over to you, and also because of social media. Again, I feel like
Right.
we're so inundated by this health food hamster wheel.
It's just like
That-
that craze that like
Yes.
everyone's on.
Yeah,
Pretty much
I
always.
mean, we
like,
all get, like, the Fozempic on our friggin' For Yous every single day.
or
Like,
in like advertisements on TV. Like I literally
Yes.
see those ads on any show I'm watching on
I
Hulu,
love a
YouTube.
good health.
here's the
Amazon
thing
has
about
ads
me.
now.
Yeah, like, we can make fun of you as much as we want, and we will. But
There's still more
the
to come.
thing is you birthed yourself. Like, I am copy paste, okay? So, like, I'm a goopy girl. If you guys don't know what Goop is, it's
Gwyneth
Paltrow's website that's, like, basically all of this on crack, and you can buy all the products for everything of these, and, like, it's very health and wellness core. You guys should watch the Netflix show, actually. I think it's really interesting. They get, like, exercised at one point. Very cool. And like do ayahuasca. Anyway, I'm just like a very goopy girl. Like I will fall for all this stuff. When Lemmy came out, I was like, well, of course I spent $250 on all of these vitamins. Like, of course I did. And when I saw Bella Hadid's video of her morning routine, and she took about 50 bazil vitamins and then 3 liquid vitamins, and then like sat next to her crystals, I was like, oh my god, I'm doing everything wrong. I need to go get like 8 more packs of Libby. I need more vitamins. I love that type of
Matcha.
stuff. Like, I'm very susceptible.
It's definitely like the trend that's going on, like propaganda we will fall for. It's
Like,
very
I will
much
fall
that.
for it.
Like,
and I'm
like,
not
you two will
ashamed
fall.
to say, like, that is who I am. I'll tell anyone who listens, like, I'm a goopy girl. Like, we have a natural food store that's, like, right next to our house. And
Yeah,
I would,
shout out to
I would
Mark.
happily live in it. You know what I mean? I drink kombucha more than I drink anything else. I'm against soda in a big way. Like,
Except Poppy.
except Poppy, because that's
Which
gut
is
Poppy.
Prebiotic.
Prebiotic and probiotic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like I love all that stuff, and like I drink apple cider vinegar every single day.
She does.
She
It
is
smells
terrible.
I love it.
So there's her
She
smells.
puts it in her hot water and it like steams out. Like the smell just
It
seeps into
penetrates
the
I feel like
through
it gives
the
me a
whole
facial too.
house,
Like
for sure.
It's not good at
I
all.
love it.
I don't understand her.
So-
She doesn't even like make it sweeter. She just puts it in hot water.
it tastes good.
She's a freak.
And you know where I get it from? My mummy. So I'm a freak just like her, and I'll make fun of her as much as I
Well,
want.
I
but
will say that, like, my mom's diets, like, she was trying to be her healthiest version, too, and my dad never let us just snack on the norm. Like, we didn't have junk
No, you
cereal.
grew up in somewhat
we
of
didn't
an
have
almond mom
soda.
house, too. Yeah.
Like, my parents were health conscious. My dad was a dentist and my mom a nurse, and so they sort of researched and made sure that we ate well too.
No, they're
so
both
this
very
is
medical
like
minds
passed on
and
through
think about food
generations,
in a very medical
generational
way
thing.
as well.
And then my dad actually came from a farm, and everything they ate, they grew or they milked or they actually like ate the meat from their animals. So like it's not that far back that it was like true paleo eating.
Right.
You know, and actually that was something that I thought about when I started it, right? And like my grandma lived until she was 99 years old.
Yeah,
and she
almost
was like
100.
Like you idolized your grandma growing up, and she spent the amount of time you spent on all of these diets, making that food for her family, canning all those things. So it was like a very kind of like, I don't know, it was like an homage to her in a way,
Yeah.
to like care that much about what you were putting in front of your children and what you
Right.
were eating yourself.
Yeah.
So like all your like slaving away to make like the perfect health food was like very reminiscent of this woman that you like loved and idolized.
Absolutely.
And like,
Yeah.
you know, you did make us like some really awesome food that I'm sure like has helped my gut in the long run. You know what I mean?
I also feel like you guys have a really great relationship with vegetables, whereas a lot of
Yeah,
people, I'm
definitely.
sure you
I
could say the
never
same.
understood the kids being like, ew, Brussels sprouts. I was like, you mean my favorite vegetable?
Even broccoli, like broccoli's
Oh my
fire,
god.
guys.
Put it in your mac and cheese. Get with the program.
Literally.
And that's the other thing. We didn't eat anything that didn't have a vegetable. Like, even
my
when
God,
we
yeah.
were doing a mac and cheese, there was broccoli in it.
Yeah,
When
like
we were doing a
which
pasta,
is so-
there was
if you haven't tried that fire.
tomatoes, Italian seasoning, fresh basil,
Yes.
etc.
From
like,
the garden.
Always a veg.
Always a veg.
Always a veg.
Yeah. And for me, with the vegetarian thing, like that actually is what is the best for my body. Like I actually don't like to eat meat, and it's very hard for me to put it in.
Thank
Even
God.
when I was doing these diets, I could not do it more than once a day. Like it was very hard for me. Like I would have to
No, and
force
she would try
myself.
everything too. Like
do.
she did the bone broth, and
Yeah.
then she was doing the chicken, and then she was doing the seafood.
Well, and there's like
Oh.
sausages in there too. You
Yeah, there were some sausages,
But the
also,
seafood was like a big phase. Like I feel like
that one had some lasting power.
Yeah, you had like salmon every day, and that one weird fish that had
like
that skin on and was like flaky.
texture. And it would like fall apart before she even started eating. Ugh.
It was so bad. That was traumatizing.
They made me try that fish.
Is that the only meat
That's the
you
only
ever
meat
had?
I've ever had, and I can
You tried
cry
the
about
shrimp
it.
as well.
Did I try a shrimp?
You tried a shrimp. Okay,
We
we
both
both did. You made us.
That didn't stick with me as much as this horrid
Oh my
fish.
god, it was terrible.
It literally.
It was.
You're gonna barf in your mouth right now.
The exact face.
You're like, let me just have a barf break.
Like cat food.
It was so bad.
Tuna? Or
No, it was worse.
Oh, but there was a tuna.
There was a
She
tuna
loved
phase.
that canned crap.
Well, yeah.
No, that little trays.
Ooh.
Don't get to the mic.
She is
definitely gonna barf.
No, the tuna
was
was so
struggling.
bad.
Yeah.
It smelled terrible. Oh my god, one thing I will never get behind is
Somehow
tuna.
with like veganese though, it was like one of the easier meats for me to eat. Yeah, it was terrible.
And she's doing veganese plus tuna. That makes perfect sense. Awesome.
Right.
Like, what the hell, man? No.
Yeah, leave it to
no.
me, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, veganese with everything. Still
Also,
to this day.
with a ghee on it as well.
I actually have not had ghee for a really long time.
no,
I
thank
definitely
God.
burnt
Thank God.
out.
I don't think I could
you know,
eat
there was
ghee
even
ever
that
again.
like
I don't think I could smell ghee.
ghee in your
ghee in her
coffee
coffee.
phase. Yeah.
Ooh,
What was that, like bullet coffee or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, it's actually like a good.
She'll
it's
still
good in
defend
theory
these diets
because
today.
like the fat like
Horrible.
distributes the caffeine in a different way, so
Okay,
it's sort of
one thing about me, I love coffee. And first thing about me, don't contaminate my coffee. To go as far as to put butter.
Ghee!
No,
It's
I could
butter.
maybe get behind butter. But to
No.
put ghee?
No.
well, butter is like creamy. It's like a
I
creamer
love butter. I
kind
make
of.
butter.
I
with a
love butter,
spoon.
but ghee is basically butter. And
it's
like,
just oil though. It's weird.
It's like, don't you extract something from the butter or something?
I don't know.
The texture of it is like so. Oh my
It's like-
god.
it's like, I don't even know how to describe. It's like crunchy. Nobody take this video and go buy ghee. Literally, please do not.
It is very healthy for you.
Okay, so
there's a lot
Ew.
of different
Ew.
ways to use it.
Honestly,
You can make sweet treats from it.
Ew.
The worst sweet treats ever.
I dare you all to have
You
a
want some ghee
frozen
candy?
gummy bear made out of ghee and
honey.
and it's frozen too.
No,
Imagine
They
the
didn't
crunch.
actually. No.
ghee doesn't freeze. It didn't actually freeze.
No, right?
No, it was weird that it didn't freeze though, because it was like
It was
like-
hard.
it was
but also
really
mushy
cold.
and so
but the
cold.
outside would be like, it would crack a little, but then the inside would be
we
like,
need to stop. We need to move on.
it would be like
really bad.
It would be
We're
like
gonna
shaved
move on,
ice,
I was
but like a little more mushy. It was terrible.
It's mushier, yeah.
No, she would literally, like, she felt so strongly about these ghee gummy bears that she would, like, you should have seen her put these away when they were done freezing. Which one even was
would.
that?
I would get really
She would
excited
go
about like.
ham.
She would be like,
I was waiting for it to freeze.
Oh my god!
she would like set timers. Like she was crazy because she was so sugar deprived that these ghee with like a little tiny itty bitty bit of honey.
It's not like she even, like, put a lot of honey in, like, more children. It
Oh
was,
no, I'm sure the recipe was very sparing.
It was like an entire jar of ghee and one tablespoon of honey.
You could not pay me any amount of money to eat a ghee
candy.
ever again. Like, no,
I
thank
will
you.
say though, I will say
I almost want to make them to, like,
that there is something
no,
very
try it
interesting
again.
to
No.
take sugar out of your life because you have a completely
Ew.
different relationship with food because it's not an addiction and you're not like there's not as many like your blood sugar is more constant. It's like I feel like for me it would be the best thing to do, but I also really feel like balance is important so
It
that I don't
is.
go
Oh
down
my
any
God.
sort
and
of
we've
rabbit
worked
holes.
so hard to get her to
come so
balance. Like, it's insane that this woman is not currently grinding up, like, dates and nuts and then, like, putting it in some sort of weird contraption for, like, 8 hours and then, like,
Yeah,
eating
some
one
weird-
bite. Like,
I'm
it
surprised
is
that you haven't talked
magical.
more about those smells because the dehydrator
Okay,
really
well, no, my
had
favorite
some
thing about that
intense
diet is when you
smells.
turned bright orange. That was so funny.
No, because she had a
Like an
carrot.
Oompa
She
Loompa.
had a carrot addiction because she would be eating these giant carrots,
Like a
just
full
raw,
carrot. Like, you would
eating
give
the
to
whole
a
carrots,
horse.
multiple at a
Yeah.
time, and then she fully her skin, her
skin
hands,
turned
like her
bright
fingertips
orange.
were straight up like
orange. Her forehead turned bright orange. Like,
I don't
she
think
was
that it was just the
orange.
carrots, though. I also feel like my body doesn't process like only raw vegetables very well.
Yeah, but oh my
So,
god, this
yeah, it
woman
was a
was putting away
combination.
carrots like they were going out of style because it was like her snack. She was like, oh my god, carrots. It's like a chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a chip, guys.
And it was easy. Like I didn't have to
She didn't have to
dehydrate the
dehydrate
freaking
for 8
carrots.
hours.
For literally
So she
8
was-
hours.
It was so labor intensive.
All day long. All day
I
long.
should have gone off on celery as equally as much.
I'm so
balance.
glad you didn't. You might have turned green. That'd be way less funny.
I don't know. That would be funny too. I am the Grinch.
No,
Suddenly.
we all and like didn't we have to like kind of intervention you and be like, Mom, you're orange.
Oh yeah.
Mom, I fear you're orange.
Multiple
fear
people.
you're
And it's
orange.
weird that I didn't notice. It was like a gradual thing.
It was a gradual thing, but all of a
But
sudden
definitely.
she was like, I can't stress
There
this
was
enough.
an orange
Bright
phase for
orange.
sure.
Like as orange
Picture
as
orange.
Wow,
I'm sure you're right.
You can picture, right? We all know somebody that's very orange.
Oh my god, yes, she copy pasted.
No.
He literally was like brought in a picture of her to get his spray tan.
oh god.
Like, that's how orange she was.
This is mean.
It was so funny. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah. Along with all of this, there was definitely like fitness phases, and I think the last like true
Lifestyle diet.
yes would
It was Juice Plus,
Juice Plus,
which
yes.
she was like part of a multi-level marketing scheme to sell
was a
the Juice
scheme
Plus.
indeed.
Again, she's an entrepreneur, and also
I
like
am an
people want to
entrepreneur.
buy into the Amy lifestyle.
It was
She's always been a
when
hot
she was
baddie.
like very yoga forward.
right, and it was really pushed at the yoga studio that I was in. Right,
No, and so she
Like-
obviously had to fall for that propaganda.
Yeah.
Right, and her last diet actually was my first diet. I fell for that propaganda. I
Because
was
Lucia at the time had a yoga Instagram.
okay, so I want
So
to be a
did.
yoga
Everybody go search it up. We will
influencer.
link it in the-
Okay, let's not. Let's not. It's actually my current Instagram. If you scroll down far enough, please don't. Thank you.
Is it actually?
I will be
You know
archiving
people
after this
will.
episode. Perfect. But yeah, so I had a yoga Instagram. I thought I was gonna be a yoga influencer. I was
It was real
going
cute.
to
We did a
early
lot
morning
of yoga together.
with my mommy.
Yes.
I was entering middle school, coming from Montessori school, so you can kind of like imagine. I was only wearing leggings that had either like skulls
Sort of
or
tribal.
elephants or
Yeah.
flower crowns involved on them. Probably like. Ideally, an
With, like,
elephant
an American
wearing
Eagle
a
sweatshirt.
flower
Oh, you
crown.
had that one too.
I did have
for
that
sure.
one. It was
Yeah.
very cool. At
Feathers.
the time,
They were like great leggings.
Definitely
I wore
moccasins.
peacock earrings a lot,
Oh yes.
so you can kind of like I was
The
doing
feathers.
Pirates of the Caribbean Expo. So I saw all of these yoga girls doing these shakes and taking these gummies, and I was like, oh yes.
Wait, guys.
This is gonna be perfect. I was posting shake recipes on my Instagram, on of course a log, with like kind of like crystals. So that was definitely my first lifestyle, aka diet. And I think I've just kind of like continued on down the interesting recipe and gummy and vitamin
Yeah.
Yes.
like path.
Which those
since
gummies
then.
definitely took you down that path.
Definitely
And
the
you have
gummies
Gummies were
continued.
definitely delicious. I will
No, and
attest.
I would
The
eat
juice
those
plus
gummies like candy, and those
shakes.
shakes were
They're
fucking
so
awesome.
good.
The chai one, yum.
They have
Like,
a
this
lot
was
of
my
soy in
favorite-
them, though, so
favorite
that
diet.
was
So
problematic for me. But that was your favorite.
That was my favorite.
That was
diet.
my favorite
It actually,
diet.
everything actually tasted good.
Everything tasted good. Nothing smelled bad.
Nothing smelled bad, surprisingly.
That's true. It was not as
great.
labor intensive.
No, we just made shakes and took gummies.
Yeah,
and I was
or
like,
pills.
well, and also Mom put them on the top shelf of our cabinet, and I remember me and Lola like late at night going and climbing on top of the
We would,
cabinet
like, sneak
for
and
sure.
getting
They were
those gummies
delicious.
out. We were like, oh my god, let me eat more. Let me eat more. These are so
Because again, we didn't have like candy in the house, so we were like,
No.
"Ooh, a sweet
Juice Plus in the house. It's a vitamin. Ooh.
We
No,
should have
they
supposed
were
to have
so
more than like
good.
2 a day.
I think
and
the
we would
serving
have
size
like
was
about
3,
15.
and I would have about 35, so
So a lot of
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That surely wasn't.
I feel that way about
good,
probiotic
but they
gummies
didn't
now. Like,
die.
I eat probiotic gummies like they're going out of style every single day, and I know that the serving size is 2, but I have had 5 today, so perfect. Again,
she can start paying for
we
those.
still don't have candy in the house, and so like, the
Which is
gummies
good
are
for
the
us,
candy.
like,
Well, yeah, because
probably a
clearly
smart
I
choice.
would overindulge.
Sugar.
I love
She would go into a sugar coma, I fear.
I just don't know how I could ever stop eating sugar. Well, and that's the other thing, like, all of these health fads, like Lola was saying, we would just completely be like, oh, let's not go near mom.
We can't
This
talk
week.
to her this week.
She's
Well,
only
and for
doing
me-
slime this week. Let's stay clear.
She's a witch this week. Let's not talk to her. She's over her cauldron. Let's go back to our room.
No, literally, and we had to because it stunk.
Yes, but here's the thing.
I started being obsessed with candles. I had a Lush addiction very early.
Oh my
I was
God,
like,
the
how can I
Lush?
make the house smell better? Lush,
etc.
And I was cooking them their own food.
Yes.
No,
so
she
don't
wasn't.
think that I was not feeding my children.
she was
I was
doing
only feeding
potato
myself.
quesadillas
Yes.
with whole grain tortillas.
Those were fire,
Those were
though.
fire.
Yeah.
Sweet potato
So
quesadilla.
good.
People love those.
Sweet potato quesadillas are awesome, guys.
Amazing.
Oh my god. Let's do that this week.
Actually, we should.
Yeah. No, we had great food growing up. I'm not trying to be like she's evil or anything. But wow.
Yeah. Luckily, these diets were not forced on us as well.
No.
Thank God.
Thank
No.
God.
I think I'm sure that I would have liked because.
Oh my god. I just remembered my least favorite thing about all of this.
Okay, here we go.
Spirulina. I have it out for you. You are enemy number 1.
Because I would try to hide it in
She
smoothies.
would put it in everything.
It was
It's not
so
just smoothies, in everything. I remember you making spirulina peanut butter rice. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's mean. And I
Well,
always
you-
knew. I said, Mom, this has spirulina. Get it out of my face. This has spirulina.
Okay, so did it have like a different smell? I don't even know
It was
why.
green.
Why
It
did we
smelled
have?
bad.
Yeah,
It had a horrible taste. It tasted like metal.
What are the
It tasted
health
like
benefits
metal.
of spirulina?
I don't know, it
even
was
remember.
horrible, though.
Yeah, I don't even.
Get spirulina out of my face. Thanks.
Well, it is out. It is gone. That's the
Ew.
thing is that
Ew, ew,
these
ew.
phases do go away, and then they never come back because I tend to burn out.
I saw someone on TikTok talking about spirulina the other day. I've never done the like, I don't want to see this content. I pressed, I don't want to see this content. I was offended.
There's trauma.
I was like, this is not allowed. Because also, why do I want to listen to you? Get out of my face. I know that's bad. I'm not doing it. But she almost had me go in there for a second. I almost was like, maybe I should. And she would put spirulina in her water.
Oh yeah,
Her
she was
water-
insane.
It tastes so
I
bad.
will say there
she
were
gets
some
on
good
me for
ones.
drinking apple cider vinegar. Have you tried spirulina in water?
I don't even remember. I don't remember.
Horrible.
There was some minerals that I put in water, but I think that those they didn't have a taste. I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't have a taste.
Oh, and then she did the CBD thing also. That was a big thing. And we had like CBD CBDs. But I actually liked that health fad. I
Yeah.
think CBD is kind of cool. Oh.
It was useful. I think a bird just ran into our window. Because they're so smart.
I hope she's okay.
Everything's
Our
fine.
mother's a D1 bird hater.
Literally.
Anyways, there were some good ones. Like when you would like make zucchini pasta.
Oh, I love zucchini
That was
pasta.
around in the raw foods era.
But that was actually good.
Yeah.
Because you would put like marinara sauce and parmesan.
I do love some spiralized.
I would eat that right now.
I want that right now.
I know,
That actually sounds
delicious.
good at the store.
We
Zucchini.
still have the spiralizer. Guys, if you don't have a spiralizer in your house,
Yeah,
I
get
feel like that's a
one.
tool.
They're
It is a
actually really
tool.
cool.
They're really freaking cool.
Yeah. I think that the like cultish like part of Juice Plus. I went to this like convention and
She was a top seller.
No, I wasn't a top seller, but
Well,
no, because I
No,
hate
you were
that
just
kind
like
of
brand.
thing.
was
You
a
were
top
in with all of the
seller.
girls that were
Yeah.
top sellers, so
Yeah.
so they invited you, and then you were
and I
like,
do love
"This
those
is
ladies, but it
fucking
it was
weird."
crazy. Like
No,
it felt really crazy, and that was like the end of
Oh, yeah.
all of it for
I
me.
remember you coming home and being like, I just don't know if I want to do Juice Plus anymore. And I was like,
and
Oh, no,
you
yeah.
mean my religion?
I was like, what do you
I
mean?
was like, it is crazy. That's crazy.
I was
Which
like,
I'm sure
oh,
it
I
was.
love my shakes. Mom, did you not see my Instagram? I have 4 new recipes coming out with crystals next to them, obviously.
She was disappointed. Yes.
Oh, it was so
Yeah.
bad, guys.
Yeah, and since Juice Plus, I don't think that there's been any real. I'm vegetarian. I try to listen to
Yeah.
my body. I think that that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that like pay attention to what works with your body.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Move your body.
Yeah.
Nourish
Well, and I
yourself.
would say like Lola is the least susceptible. Like we were saying, I'm a goop queen. Lola's like the least susceptible to the propaganda.
Yeah.
She like doesn't give a shit or damn about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Crap.
I'm a vegetarian. I have been my whole life. Like Mom said, I've tried meat, not for me. But I really don't like fall for that kind of thing. Like Lucia's been vegan. She's gluten free.
She definitely
Well,
went
I
through
have
a
celiac
high protein
disease.
moment.
Yeah, I'll do anything, really. I've calorie tracked.
Well,
I've
and Mom,
definitely
you're
had
doing
like my
gluten-free
spurts
now.
of a bit of anorexia.
Well, again, that's listening to my body. Like, gluten doesn't work for me, right? I try to, like, limit my dairy
No,
intake.
she has celiac disease. I don't like. I don't know what the hell she's been
I
doing
just
all
have
these years.
never been
I
tested.
found out that I was celiac, and I was like, "Mom, that's clearly you, babe. Like, come on." And
And I feel like with your celiacs, like some of this came because of that too. Like I wanted
Yeah,
you to do
yeah.
meat because I was worried that you weren't getting enough.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
like the times when she tried to force a diet on me, she was like genuinely really scared for my health and wellness. But again, as soon as I found out people were eating animals, I was like, "You are cruel, horrible beings, and I hate you all. And I hope that everything just lights on fire
But the
and you
thing
guys burn
is, too,
first."
is that Max, my youngest son, he loves to eat meat, and
Yeah.
that's his thing, and it's like good for his body.
No,
and
yeah,
he's
he
like
loves a good
huge
chicken nugget,
he's
yeah.
a big, giant, growing man. He feels like he needs that, and I am fully here for that for him.
Yeah,
you know?
and we all are.
Yeah,
It's not like
No,
this
we're
is not-
supportive.
there's no judgment.
No
I mean, Lucia
judgment.
maybe a little,
No,
but
and there's not now. Like when my friends eat meat, I'm not mad at them or anything.
Right.
But when I first found out when I was like a child, again, we've talked about how I was kind of like a bitch as a youngin. I lacked
just very
some-
opinionated.
I
and
was judgmental
Yeah.
to the core.
Yes. Still a very lovely human.
And so
Got
I definitely held some judgment then, but I've grown. And
Yeah.
I think eat what you want.
Yeah,
Eat what feels
definitely.
right for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
right?
it's funny because a lot of my friends they'll like forget that I'm vegetarian and they'll like offer me some of their food and then they just look at me and I look at them and I'm like, did you seriously just ask me that? And they're like, oh,
You know what
right.
pisses me off is when people forget I'm gluten free because it just feels really mean. Like,
I'm a culprit. of
don't
this.
try to give me bread right now. That's rude.
That is
That's
really,
really
mean
rude.
because gluten-free just doesn't hit the same.
The thing that's funny about celiac girls, though, I feel like we all find each other. Most of my friends are celiac or like gluten conscious.
Like who?
Like most of my friends in my life
Mhm.
have been.
Yeah.
If we think back to middle school.
Yeah.
Think to
Right.
abroad.
Right.
How do I always attract the gluten-free girlies? I love it.
Put out that energy.
I feel like I've always had people that are either anorexia, have struggled with some sort of eating disorder, or
Is there a
definitely
woman your
have a
age who hasn't struggled with an eating disorder?
I don't. That's
Great point.
probably
Great
a
point.
good point.
Well, I would just say, like, having now, like, dogged on you for being, like, very health conscious and orthorexic for, like, a lot of our childhood, I, like, am just so proud of you for, like,
How far you've come.
you've come and how much balance is a part of your life now.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a lesson for everyone. Like, she has done all this crap. And it's crap. Like, just have balance in your life and
Yeah.
you're so much healthier and so much happier. Like, again,
Yeah.
like, there's never days now where I'm like, ooh, let's steer clear of mom. She's drinking slime as
No,
her whole
never.
food. Like, now I'm like, oh my god, mommy
and
slay
just
every day.
think about how much brain energy and power all of this took, and how much that was like revolving through my mind all day long. So,
Right, and it's
you
like you
just
could never
have
go
so
out
much
to
more
eat.
space. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I struggle. It was limiting, and I've been meaning to say that this whole time.
Yeah, like going out to
That-
eat with your
yeah,
friends was
no.
not really an option.
Yeah.
Like,
I
She
agree.
was the biggest,
Especially,
like,
like,
let
the
me
raw
order a
foods.
side of vegetables
yeah, can I get a salad with no dressing?
and no
lettuce.
croutons.
Just lettuce. I'll just take lettuce.
And some lemon, lettuce and lemon. Thank you.
No, she loves lettuce and lemon. And then a lemon water as well.
Yeah,
water. Yeah.
Make it hot.
Did you ever do the hot water thing?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a jug drinker. I drink so many jugs of hot water. I
And this
love
is where
it.
we differ. I could never drink hot water. I hate it.
Again, the propaganda aspect. Different levels.
Yes.
Well, you always
levels.
like tea too, and I've never. I just don't like hot drinks.
I think that's an Ayurvedic thing, though, which is, again, propaganda I'm falling for, but I think it's so true. I think people's bodies like certain temperatures and certain things, and I think if you figure that out, you'll be satiated for longer, because, like, if I drink cold water, I don't feel as, like, my
Nourished.
thirst is not quenched as hard as if I drink hot water.
Right.
If I eat hot foods, I feel so much more full than if I was to eat cold foods.
That's totally
And I'm the
an
opposite.
Ayurvedic situation. Yeah.
So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes,
We love
have a
you
great
guys.
day.
Try to
Follow us
jump
on
off the
all of
hamster
our-
wheel.
Yeah, jump off.
Jump
Jump
off.
off. I mean, I haven't successfully jumped off, but you shall try as well.
Yes, let's all try.
Let's all try. I love you.
Love